Demo Derby, Series 2, Episode 2. Now I know I promised you Catherine, but instead we're going to go for El Shaddai because it's on my PS3 hard drive right now, the demo, and it would be good to play through it quickly, get this one out of the way. El Shaddai is one of these games that appears to be a very artistic game. There's many games that we say are art. Take for instance Shadow of the Colossus, which we say is art. But it's not art, is it? It's a video game. It's just an artistic video game, and I think that seems to be where El Shaddai falls. So let's see, is El Shaddai art, or is it an artistic video game? It's time to play Demo Derby. The demo to El Shaddai begins with a seemingly wide open space lying ahead of the main character Enoch. However, it turns out that the game path is rather linear, something that carries on throughout the whole demo, and I'd wager throughout the whole game too. This opening area is extremely beautiful to look at. Gorgeous pale shades of colour populate this shifting environment. The art direction is, for lack of a better word, impeccable. Ascend the staircase to another area, now completely different to the previous one. At least we now get to experience some combat. I'm itching to see just how cookie cutter this game will be. El Shaddai is as cookie cutter as you can get without being star shaped. This is a straightforward hack and slash. One light attack, one heavy attack, and the ability to jump and block come as standard in this game, and are present in this demo. The game also introduces a new function, the ability to steal enemy weapons. This is combined with a purification system, where your weapons do more damage while they are pure. This means, during battle, finding a gap in the enemy's barrage so you can duck away and purify your weapon. It's L1 to do that. You have to keep reminding yourself because when your weapon goes red you might as well be lightly tapping the enemy with a feather. Some strange looking weirdo, he challenges us to a fight, and I lost the fight but was somehow allowed to live, despite being so blatantly scarred and bruised by the whole ordeal. This is when I discovered the health system in the game is portrayed through the state of Enoch's clothes. The less he has, the more damage he has sustained. We were defeated by the strange looking weird guy things, so now we need to do more simple platforming and you guessed it, fight some more. This is really creative and imaginative, huh? We fight some more, climb a staircase, and more fighting! You know I just can't get enough of that good old-fashioned fighting we get to do. Oh, how it doesn't bore me that there are only 3 types of enemy that we fight throughout the whole demo. No, that can't possibly be boring. After this little unexplained battle, we find ourselves in a 2D platforming section, a complete juxtaposition to what we were previously doing. A welcome change as there is no fighting during this section. There are no enemies here, instead there are some precariously placed platforms. A nice touch here is that once again the visual style of the game has changed completely. We complete this section. That's it. That's it. That's the whole demo. And you're going to end it there. That's it. What have we had? Combat. Combat, 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 combat. You think that's going to sell a game to me? You think that's going to sell your game to me? Fight after fight after fight against the same 3 enemies over and over and over again. You think that's going to sell your game to me? It's not going to sell your game to me, okay? El Shaddai, all that demo has been is one 2D platforming section which was pretty cool, and the rest of it was combat. The same combat. That demo is less than half an hour in length, and what does the demo consist of? Fight after fight after fight. If you're trying to sell your game to me as an artistic, interesting, creative video game, the last thing you want to do is show me the same fight with the same 3 enemies and the same 2 weapons over and over and over again. I think we're ready to answer the 3 questions that Demo Derby pits against video game demos. Yes, I would play El Shaddai. I would probably play it all the way through just once for the story. Just to see what they've done with this whole Bible stories, old religious texts, and bumping it up to a more modern era, you know. But besides the story, I don't see there being much reason to play the game. So, once I've played the game and beaten it, I don't think there'll be any point in playing it again. It just doesn't look like the kind of game that would appeal to me in such a way that I could play it over and over. It's rather linear, it's all fighting. It kind of puts me off. El Shaddai is a very creative looking game, and I would usually support a game that is creative and visually interesting. I would normally support the developers and the publishers of a game like this, but the game itself, although it is creative, although it is interesting, although it does some clever things, the demo itself, what it shows us, is a game that is, from the ground up, just a hack and slash, with some nice paint splattered all over it. That's what it is. It's nothing more than that. And I'm not going to support the developers and publishers of a game if the game has nothing to sustain me, besides possibly an interesting story and some nice graphics. Games need more than that, and you can't just release a hack and slash in this day and age and call it a brand new game. So yeah, I wouldn't buy it. I do not need to demo this game ever again. I've seen everything I need to know. It's just combat, combat, combat. That's all it is. And if the game isn't all combat, 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 then this demo has done absolutely the wrong thing by focusing on one element of the game that is quite droll and boring. If it turns out that 80% of El Shaddai is like a dating sim or something, it's completely different than the demo, then I want to experience that, you know. I don't want to be experiencing what the game isn't. So therefore I know for a fact that this game is 80% combat, because the demo is 80% combat. But I'll still play it. I'll still buy it when it's cheap in a bargain bin, when it's not worth much money. But now, no. We can leave it. Until next time, if we live that long.